Right, we're live.
How you
Well, hey, how's it going?
doing? Good. We're ready for this, right?
Right. So, to everyone out there in the live stream, welcome to Distorted Realities. My name is Jose Otero, and I'm with
Frank Walls.
Frank Walls. All right. So I guess we have an interesting setup here, and our goal is to explore uncharted territory, things we don't understand, things that are curious to the human mind, and figure out what we think is our own truth.
You can also call Jose by his Italian name, Joseph Otello.
Yes, you can. You can. So, with that being said, what do you know about skinwalkers?
I've heard a lot of weird stories that there's going on in that ranch, like UFO, witchcraft, a lot of weird things.
A lot of weird things. Mm-hmm. You know where the origin is from?
The origin?
The origin, yeah.
No, I think I heard something about the Indian tribe or something like that.
Right. So apparently these are shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters.
Yeah, these are Native American individuals that can transform into animals and objects and can do a lot of amazing magical things. With that being said, though, I'm just curious as to why they would do it.
I heard that they turn into your pet. They can turn into your pet. Like, they can take the form of your pet.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw a video of a lady that there was a dog that looks like her dog, and she started like telling commands to the dog, like jump, sit down, and all that. And then she said, "Oh, that's not my dog because her dog doesn't do that," and she just closed her door.
That's a weird way to test something like that, right?
And her dog was inside, and the other dog that was outside looks like her, and it was crazy. Then I saw another video that there was a dog in the glass door, like trying to come into the house, but her pet was inside, her dog, and the other dog looked exactly like hers. It's weird.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Right, it's just a strange concept. There are videos out there throughout TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other social media platforms. But it's just a strange, recurring theme that's been put out there. I have a huge dog.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And sometimes he's just sitting there looking at me, and I start thinking to myself.
I saw another video that somebody asked the dog, like, "Are you a skinwalker?" And the dog like start acting like weird when he asked them, like that. When he asked the dog, like, "Are you a skinwalker?" The dog start acting weird like that.
Wow. So I think it's time for us to dig deep, look into some footage and some video as to what this is, and figure it out, right? Because who knows? How many pets we pass by every day in the Sunshine State, and there might be one, right?
You never know.
That's really what it boils down to. So let's take a look and see what we find in the interwebs.
Check it out. Let's see.
All right, so let's take a look. All right, so there's a whole slew of information here, so let's take a look.
In this video,
let's see.
It's time to level up your
check
stream.
if you can find that one from that lady that.
So this is like a compilation video.
In this video, you will see a few campers relaxing in their tent. They suddenly heard an unnatural screech nearby, so they unzipped the tent and took a look, and they couldn't believe what they saw standing in the grass.
Wait. Dude. What was that? Yo, I'm gonna check on Preston.
That's interesting.
Preston.
Oh, be shitting my pants already.
Preston.
That's great.
Everybody's a tough guy until they're in a situation like this.
Definitely.
What's that?
Yo, what's...
Run!
What
Guys,
are they running for?
wait!
Oh shit!
That's on their tent?
In their tent.
Oh my god.
After seeing the figure, the two kids run away from the creature, leaving another kid behind, confused of what they had just seen. He then looks for himself and
Looks
sees
like
nothing, so he makes a run for it just like his friends just did. As he is trying to catch up to his friends,
humanoid
he looks back to see
form
if anything
and
was
4
behind
legs,
him,
something like
and
that.
there it was.
Yeah, but
At
I mean,
10.
it's not real footage of a skinwalker there, right? That could have been a friend that was hiding somewhere.
Yeah, that could be fake.
This clip shows a kid running for his life because he can just feel that something sinister is chasing him in the woods. He suddenly trips on a branch and looks back for a split second, and he saw something that will shock all of you.
Oh my god, that's messed up right there.
Hurry up, come on!
You can hear his
Let's
friend.
Let's see what the zoom shows.
His name, as his friend is running for his life, not knowing what this pale creature is and what it might do to him if it had caught up to him.
Put the finger in the camera.
It's a little vague.
Yeah. If I were him, now that I'm already there, I'll take a good picture because who's gonna believe me? You know.
A couple friends are
maybe interview the
searching
entity.
for his
I don't know.
It's nearly midnight.
How long you
after
being a
watching the full
skinwalker?
video, and they start hearing things in the branches. They also
That would be
feel
interesting.
like something is watching them, and they are getting an uneasy feeling about this situation. They soon walk down this slanted path and suddenly hear something frightening.
Do you feel like you're being
Watched? Yeah.
Yeah. I got that just all of a sudden.
I'm trying to calm her.
Did you hear that?
There's tons of stories on this stuff. Like a man chopped a dog's leg off, and the next day the neighbor came in with a missing arm.
Did you hear that noise?
It was just weird. One of those weird.
I heard something like that. Like
a minute ago.
So there's a lot of like tales that get told. I just don't know if the footage.
It give you sometimes like Pet Cemetery vibe. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, like someone was like
It does.
walking over there.
That's a great movie.
It was an excellent movie.
Let's keep going. Whoa.
Ryan!
There's a lot of walking around. Pacing around.
Place is pitch black. So.
Dude.
But again, what are they doing there at night? You know,
I think they come after us too.
Yeah, Charlie, just make sure you're watching your back.
Yeah, I got her back.
They need like a headlamp.
He said, "I got our back."
Ryan?
I think in a place like that, nobody has anybody's back.
No, I mean
It's just run.
the first noise they'll be running. First scream.
Where do you think he got out here? Maybe he went off the trail.
He has a bat. Really?
No, we gotta stick it though. Okay. Wait, did you hear that?
But
So that's a red flag for me. Like they got markings on the tree.
right.
They must have been on a trail that's commonly passed by or passed around, and
Sometimes hunters use that too, like to mark areas. Like France colors, right? Or France flag. France flag.
Was that Ryan?
I don't think that was Ryan.
Oh!
After walking miles and miles trying to find their friend, they don't give up. As they walk down this steep path, they suddenly hear their friend's voice behind the fallen tree. They get an instant gut feeling that that voice wasn't actually the real one. So they quickly start heading back on the trail and getting the heck
That's
out
what
of
I heard. They imitate voices.
they imitate voices. They do a lot.
Yeah.
They're almost omnipotent.
As the couple guys feel
They
like
got a
giving
lot
up,
of
they stumble
hours.
upon their friend, but the excitement and joy ends very.
They turn into animals. They can imitate voices.
Okay, there's something up there, I guess, from what I'm looking at.
Ryan?
Is that you?
Is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Prove it?
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it.
What do you mean, prove it?
I don't know.
I've been face down in a ditch for 2 hours. I was trying to save your buddy, okay? I don't think there's much left I have to prove. Okay,
Well,
if you could come help, that'd be nice. Okay, I don't know where this thing is or when it's gonna.
Oh!
What happened?
It almost looked like the person was trying to, I guess,
Once they see
mimic
their
the friend.
they suddenly
You
become
see, they do
suspicious,
that.
not knowing if he is the real friend or not.
That's what I heard. I
As
mean,
they
I've never
make a
seen
lot
one.
of noise communicating from a
Not the one.
distance. That's when the creature comes out and attacks their friend from behind.
Well, I was wrong. He went after his friend.
Wow.
This clip shows them trying to carry their injured friend out of the woods. But every time they look around, they seem to see the unnatural, slimy-looking creature.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's fake, it has decent production value. Right?
Yeah.
Early in the clip, you can see this sinister-looking creature step back whenever the flashlight
And that little
is
gash
added.
on that clip looked
That
a
doesn't mean
little
it's
bit
up from wonder.
suspect, right? If you were bleeding from an animal bite, you're gushing out blood. It's not staying there.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we have a little security cam footage. I'll let this clip do all the talking.
Where?
It's on top of the wall. There's something there. Oh, it just came out of the wall.
You can see the skinny creature stand up tall, protruding its ribs out, showing its dominance, I guess.
Wow. That's weird.
All right, so here's what I think. I think so far the footage that we've seen is a little bit suspect, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think a little more digging needs to be had, right? We need to find out the actual true origins of this. We know it's Native American related, and I think this whole idea of transformations and stuff taking place, like, has anybody ever captured that or documented?
I heard about spirit animal. Some people say that they have that to guide them and stuff like that, and that's very weird.
I mean, if that's the case, then I guess the question becomes, what's the purpose or what's the intention behind it? What are they protecting, or are they trying to, I guess, do something specific? Like, what's the goal behind it?
I don't think about the protecting part, because they're always showing like people get scared and they're always like showing like they don't want you to be in that area, or, like they're running people away.
Right. So I don't know. It's still, I think a little more digging is called for. Another location that they mention a lot is Skinwalker Ranch.
I heard that
up in Utah.
Utah's great. Have you ever been to Utah?
No, I never been to Utah.
It's a nice place.
Have you been there?
Yeah. There's a huge lake that looks like the ocean over there.
Really?
I thought it was the ocean, but it was a big lake.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No,
Utah's surrounded by 4 other states. So.
Yeah, they have a huge lake. It looks like a beach, like
Did you
ocean.
go? Did you go to the lake?
I just passed by. I used to do a job that I travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A long time ago, and I went to all the states except for Alaska and Hawaii.
Cool. So let's take a look at the Skinwalker Ranch video that
a lot of mountains doing Utah
that we were looking at before. and see what the whole idea is behind that. Give me 1 second. So there's a whole lot of documentaries on this stuff. So I'm just gonna randomly pick one. Let's see.
Did they cut one?
In the darkness of...
Let's take a look at this one.
These are those rhombohedron crystals in your pineal gland. When those crystals become electrically activated, all of a sudden they start calling energy back to them, and they...
In the darkness of Skinwalker Ranch, Brandon Fugal holds the key to a mysterious universe of UFOs, strange happenings, and unexplained phenomena.
So why are they
Fugal, the
tying
head of
this to
fascinating
UFOs?
world, invites us
Because
to discover its secrets.
for what I heard in that
what truths await us in
ranch,
the twilight.
they
Fugal
see a lot
is
of
spilling
like
the mysteries and
orb of
secrets
lights
that the
and
government
stuff like
doesn't
that.
want you
That
to
they
know.
attribute that
Let's
to
reveal the shocking
UFO, and
discoveries in
they
the
have seen
Skinwalker
spaceships
Ranch.
landing and all that.
Skinwalker Ranch is an
There's
area
a lot of weird
associated
things
with
going on
strange
there.
things and beyond explanation happenings.
And I heard the
ranch
government
lived
have
true
done a
to
lot of
its image,
projects there,
with a
like
number of weird
backup
happenings that went
projects
against
or
simple
scientific
explanation.
research.
Cattle mutilation, radiation surges, and increased UAP activity were only the tip of the iceberg. Witnesses, including members of their own team, described unusual incidents that called into question our concept of reality. One of Skinwalker Ranch's distinguishing traits is its continual collaboration.
Don't you notice that a
with the
lot of these
scientific
weird things
community.
happen in the most
Recognizing the need for a
desolated
collaborative
places?
approach, they have invited distinguished scientists,
You see?
physicists, and experts to join our efforts. This collaborative spirit, combined with a
Oh,
dedication
okay.
to transparency,
So in Utah,
has
Salt Lake,
distinguished
the
Skinwalker
Great
Ranch
Salt
as a
Lake.
unique and open-ended scientific study. Skinwalker Ranch, this mysterious site, has become a hub for scientific research, challenging conventional wisdom and promoting a broader discussion about the unexplained. The continuous research intends to provide significant data to the scientific community, promoting a better understanding of the abnormalities observed at the ranch. To talk about the story of Skinwalker Ranch, it begins with a real estate billionaire, also not a paranormal devotee. Brandon Fugal entered the huge expanse of Skinwalker Ranch in 2016 with no aim of exploring the unknown. As a seasoned real estate broker, his concentration was first on the practical aspects, assessing the potential use of the land and possibly clarifying the mysterious reputation that clung to this 512-acre property.
So somebody would buy
situated
this
in the Uinta Basin of
property
Utah.
for
As we
boatloads
all
of
know,
money.
the ranch, widely
make a theme
regarded
park.
as one of the most haunted sites on the planet, has been
We
the
know-
subject of extensive research and theory.
Skinwalker theme park.
Claims
Huh?
ranging
Come
from
here to see a
UFO
skinwalker.
sightings to interactions with wicked beings. Fugal's path took an unexpected turn in 1995 when he received a call from a former Mormon missionary friend. This friend, Joe Firmage,
Yeah, there's a lot
was
of
a top
Mormons.
executive at
A
Novell
lot of
who had
Mormons.
set out to discover the
Utah?
truth
Yeah,
about
the
UFOs.
Mecca of the Mormons.
Firmage,
Yeah.
a descendant of Mormon prophet Brigham Young, attracted Fugal with boasts of groundbreaking anti-gravity technology
gonna
that
scroll
may
over and
transform
see.
human space exploration. Fugal was now on the verge of acquiring this interesting property, helped by the endorsements of began to weaken. The boundaries of reality blurred as the ranch's mysteries summoned further study. A scientist and an Area 51 connected doctor formed an unusual partnership, combining empirical inquiry with the allure of classified knowledge. The story took unexpected turns, connecting together the threads of science, speculation, and unexplained happenings. Each discovery revealed another layer, encouraging greater investigation into the mystery that had become Skinwalker Ranch. The ranch, once a backdrop, became a stage for an unfolding tale that went beyond the ordinary, inviting those who went to uncover its mysteries into a network of unexplainable happenings and undiscovered territories.
So I take it that a lot of this stuff is historically very thorough. So from what it looks like, somebody purchased the ranch, not knowing or knowingly that it had potential to, I guess, showcase some kind of paranormal.
I don't know. The thing is that a lot of the things that's saying over there. Remember the chupacabra?
Yeah. The goat sucker.
Yeah. So there are a lot of the way that the difference is the chupacabra. When people find the animals, the animal was not mutilated. It was just missing the blood, and he had like 2 holes in the neck,
like Dracula,
kind of like they sucked the blood. Yeah, but in this case, they find the cattle and all that. They find it mutilated.
Interesting.
So that's why they think it's like a big animal, or like a. Yes, that's the thing.
Well, it leads to a more interesting story from what I'm looking at, and I guess it's just too much to cover in the span of time that we're doing a live stream. However, I don't know if the proof that they're showing on video is.
You got too much aficionado too, but there's been like real studies done, and they have like there's some magnetism. They have found a lot of magnetism in the area. They see like flying orbs. People that work the ranch, like they used to be like the farmers there. They had like cattle and all that.
So what are the common animals these skinwalkers are supposed to?
Like I heard like the cattle.
No, what I meant is what are the typical transformations seen of these skinwalkers?
For what I heard is they can vary from dogs to horses, stuff like that.
Chickens?
I don't know.
Can you imagine that? The skinwalker gets head chopped off and turned into KFC. That'll be something.
You turn into a chicken, imagine that.
But yeah.
You never know, I mean.
So I guess my thoughts on it is a truth that's out there. I don't know how invested I am with researching more of it until I see some more concrete or something compelling, right? Yeah. You know, I think this falls under legendary tales, you know, something where you can watch it and be like, well, that's interesting, and just piques your curiosity, but not enough to really delve into it. And, you know,
I mean,
is it my truth? Probably not. But is it something that I would just watch out of pique curiosity? You know,
maybe one day we can go there and spend the night over there.
I don't think tent. You know, it's a smart man says you don't go with troubled eyes, and I will not go there. But yeah, I definitely found it interesting. I think there's other truths that we can explore that seem more plausible. Even the goat sucker, I think, is more interesting, given that we're natives of where it originated from,
exactly,
right? So, yeah. So let's jump segue into something different. Crazy times, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Like, what's the craziest thing you've seen
in my life?
No, recently.
I don't know. I heard Iran is attacking Israel.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's huge. That's a very big deal, and my heart goes out to every human being that's suffering due to this. I'm thinking more along the lines of there's this crazy thing happening where there's this huge mass underwater that's traveling from Antarctica, and it's making its way towards northern Africa, and it's about the size of Texas.
Wow.
They're saying that there's 80-foot waves.
Like an iceberg?
No, it's not an iceberg. It's underwater. So everybody's saying that this is some kind of mothership that's out there. And then it's making its way to the northeast of the U.S. And they're talking about like spanning from Virginia all the way to like Massachusetts.
That's a long way.
Yeah, so it's making its way up north, and they're seeing 80-foot rise in waves. And this is recently I saw it randomly, but again, you take it with a grain of salt because you don't know how much of it is true. But it was
a submarine. I don't know.
Right. So the funny thing is, I mean, I've never seen a submarine the size of Texas, but I would think, you know, that's if there's something that increasingly grows in conversation, and the stuff is still there.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, that one came out a couple of days ago on TikTok, and it just piqued my interest, and I was like, well, you know, maybe that's just a glitch, in the sonar or in the radar,
could be.
or maybe it's something real. There have mythological creatures, kraken and
Even in the
Leviathan.
in the Bible says about the behemoth. Behemoth, I think it is.
It's Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Yeah. So there's a lot of correlation to what's going on. And again, strange times. Strange times.
Strange times.
It leads to strange things, and it's just one of those things that's like, wow. So maybe perhaps on the next episode we'll get some footage and see what that's all about.
Get more info on that. I didn't know about that. That's very interesting.
So that's a new one. Mm-hmm. And what about the eclipse? What do you make of the eclipse?
I was expecting to have special powers after nothing happened. I'm still here.
Well, I have this other saying is better safe than sorry. So I stood home. I took the day off. I stood home and I said, listen, I don't know what's going on, but too many parallels, too many common trends, too many dots connected for me.
They were saying that you were going to be able to see a comet with devil horns. They were saying that.
Actually, that was a fact.
Yeah,
that was a fact. You can't see it everywhere, of course. Yeah. You'll see it in the areas mostly affected by the eclipse.
NASA was going to launch like 2 rockets.
Did they?
That's what I heard.
Let's take a look. Let's see if we can find any footage on that.
Supposedly NASA was going to launch like 2 rockets to space that day too. Something like that. I don't know. It's weird, Some states activated the National Guard. I was like, wow.
So, well, it looks like it's true.
You see?
NASA Wallops launches 3 rockets during eclipse in Virginia.
You see?
And this is coming from NASA.gov.
You see?
So it's an interesting thing to see.
Good intel.
What was the purpose behind launching these rockets?
I don't know. Supposedly they were gonna study something. I don't know if it was that comet thing or. The thing is that every day here they're launching rockets left and right, and I don't get it. Sometimes you don't even know what they're launching those rockets for. But all the time, I would say like once a week, they're launching 1 or 2 rockets.
I could see it literally from outside my house.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of interesting and cool to watch. But after a while, you ask yourself, what's the, are there explanations given as to what they're launching for?
What are they building? Maybe they could be building something over there. We don't even know, man. It's crazy.
That's an interesting.
My mind started like going all around. Like maybe they're building.
Starts racing.
A big spaceship over there. I don't know. They say they want to go to Mars. They say they want to go to the moon.
Let's see.
We're living weird times, man.
So they're sending it. It looks like they're sending it to. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this video. Now I'm curious.
And as you hear,
and from Virginia, they didn't launch it from Florida or Texas.
From our range safety officer to our ROA, range operations, and then on to launch control, we will make the settings at the launcher you see on the screen out of the launch pad on Wallops Island.
Small rocket.
This, of course, goes through safety scrutiny review to make sure that we avoid any hazards, remain within the hazard area.
So apparently they're launching this to the eclipse or the shadow of the moon.
At 4 minutes.
Like the dark side of the moon, I believe.
Wow.
Copy that. Check 425.
But that's what they tell you.
Oh, but here's the strange part. There's videos of people during the eclipse, recording the eclipse, and actually recording the moon at the same time in a different location.
You see?
So that's interesting.
And here it didn't turn out where we are here, and it's just the West Coast.
East Coast. We're in the East Coast.
I don't know where I am sometimes. That happens. So we didn't got the eclipse here. It was shining.
Well, actually, I did see it. We only got about 30% of it, so there was no darkness.
No darkness.
But yeah. Well, nothing's happening here in this video. I guess they're just showing where the rocket is. I'm wondering if they're going to launch it
in the community by making
welcoming.
This Gracious Hands location is one of 3, all housing single.
20 minutes.
My phone goes off. I'm thinking that's Andy. Or
way of serving its customers. No more tips.
Don't think of.
Okay, so now this makes sense. It says VA rocket launcher studies atmosphere during eclipse.
Full experience
The restaurant.
I guess the rocket itself doesn't do anything harmful outside of
wine, music.
Outside of collecting data. So they must have some kind of tool that collects the atmosphere's data, or some kind of
They probably wanted to see how the atmosphere react to the eclipse.
That's possible. It's possible, but it's just rather strange.
Also, I saw a video somewhere that they saw like a chip or something, a spaceship.
No, it's funny. A lot of people. So I got a call from friends and family in New York that were in their roofs of the building.
It got dark over there.
Yeah, so it did get partially dark, but not as dark.
But however, here, right?
They were, yeah. They saw gray objects zooming out through the sky.
That's what
and it was strange. I was like, oh, so what's going on? And yeah, it was just really odd. All right, we're back on. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. So we're back on. So yeah, so it was kind of strange that a lot of people were talking about those gray objects out in the sky. More importantly, CERN.
That's a big topic right there. That's CERN Institute. They're saying they're creating like black holes. They're creating a lot of weird stuff, like a portal.
Yeah, so they were supposed to use the particle. I guess I think it's called the particle accelerator on the day of the eclipse.
Yeah,
I don't know how much of that is true or not. But
have you seen the ceremony when they inaugurated the CERN Institute?
No. Let's check it out.
Never.
Let's check it out.
That's weird, bro. That's weird. They make like a weird dance. They have a big man dressed as a goat, like a. It's the weird thing ever. Like.
Is there footage of it online?
Yeah, right there. You just passed it. Go up.
Let's see.
Right there.
This is it?
Yeah. That's the ceremony, bro.
This is the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a second, because this doesn't look like the ceremony.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So I thought they did like oh, here it goes. Is this fake?
What do you mean?
Shocking human sacrifice to Lord Shiva.
Well, you just play the ceremony thing. And
this one?
No, the top
other
one. That one. Yeah.
All right.
It looks funny, but that's what it is. But you'll see how.
It's weird?
It is weird. Everything's weird. Nothing makes sense. It's like you see. Weird dances.
I mean, this is typical of ceremonies, right? You have planes, and all that, but in the middle of nowhere. Okay.
They look like zombies. You see, like they're in a trance.
That looks like a whole bunch of people being told, run to work. Make it on time.
They're falling now.
This is really weird.
It is. I told you.
Extremely
Look,
weird.
They're close up now. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm telling you. We're good. We're good. We're live.
We're good.
You see? You know the scarab, right? Like
yeah,
Egypt, all that. Look, that all-seeing eye.
Yeah, this is just like just the whole hodgepodge of weirdness.
You see the goat, like Baphomet. It's deep.
It's like they're trying too hard to mix everything in and make sense of it. Almost like some kind of artistic.
They got like, was our president or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
Very, very weird.
Yeah, I look at this and I think to myself, like, what was the intent behind it?
I really don't know. I mean, why are they showing those key symbols? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what was throwing me off. Like, it's like, okay, is it artistry or is it artistry that's targeting a specific group of people that's saying, hey, look, we're here. We're showing you something.
Then the famous all-seeing eye thing.
Yeah, that was one too many eyes.
Too many eyes.
Yeah.
And you know, talking about that picture of all those eyes, there's some descriptions of angels that look like that. Like,
oh yeah, I saw that. I saw videos of it, and basically, they're saying that the angels that you see, like, and I believe those angels are portrayed like that from the Renaissance period.
Yeah.
You know, like the Cupid and stuff, and how they look very beautiful. And
but that's not how they actually look.
Yeah, from what I hear, they're very like macabre in nature, right? Like they have like goat's head, three heads, and a whole bunch of wings,
animal heads and stuff, and
a whole bunch of eyes,
like 4 wings.
Yeah, so it's funny that CERN would do these kind of things, and I think they're making it crystal clear without saying it themselves. Like, hey, look, we're doing what we're doing.
Then you know what they have, the statue that they have on the.
That's Shiva. That's the god, the goddess of this, or the god of destruction.
Destruction, right?
Right.
So I mean,
so it's strange.
It is completely strange.
Yeah. So a lot to take in. Skinwalkers and UFOs, and I think that's what we're expected to do going forward.
Yeah,
we're just a whole bunch of average Joes that are going to try to tack this on and see how we're going to explore this and make sense of it. I guess at the end of the day, it's really to explore our own truths and what we accept, which is really what we're trying to promote here. You know, you don't have to fit to the social norm. You can be cool and be who you are and accept your own truths as is. And if people don't like them, then you know what? Too bad for them. You know, and that's what we really aim for. It's just making sure that we look at these distortions of truth and make way to understand them and share it with the world and see if they're in line with it or not.
A lot of people don't think about this stuff. You know, like. Maybe we're bringing this to them. That way they can see another perspective of how things are, or knowledge that people don't know. They can learn it here or whatever. I like this type of stuff a lot, and you know, we live in a weird world. That's for sure. You know.
Yeah, it's I like looking at it as half full, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the world is filled with a lot of oddities and curiosities, but that's what makes it great.
Exactly.
Right? It's those unknown things that you get to explore. I think every person, when they're a child, has that one thing that they're curious about, and they go in head first, and they want to venture off to see what it looks like, right? And I think that's the key. You know, don't look at everything as a bad thing. Just try to make sense of it and and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, just let it go and move on, right? I think that's the best way to look at it.
Exactly.
But on to the next. There are some concerns today with a lot of the stuff that's going on, and I think, what are your thoughts on how do you cope with it, right? Like, do you wander in fear by what you're hearing in social media and the news, and because these things are happening. It's not like they're not. So not all of it is a lie.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how do you deal with it?
I just try to find information out there, and try to talk to people that have my same point of view, whatever, that way. Because this stuff you cannot talk to everybody. Some people will think you're crazy or something like that. Not everybody assimilate the stuff that we're talking about here.
It's funny, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
How people are quick to assume you're crazy for thinking something outside of the norm.
Exactly.
But it's kind of like science.
Yeah.
Like when I remember when I was a kid, you're taught that theories are created and by an individual. They come up with a hypothesis and they try to prove that their theories are right. Mm-hmm. But then there's always someone to challenge it and say, no, this isn't wrong. And that wasn't crazy, right? It was the way you came to you came to terms with coming to a final conclusion.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this truth is the truth today and it's acceptable. But somebody might have made a discovery and...
Yeah, but a lot of things in science is just pure theory. And that's has been proven all along that a lot of the old theories has been changing and this is old, now we do this. Even in the medicine and all that, we used to do these things this way, now we got this new medicine and this is better. It's a continuous changing of rhetoric and all that.
But don't you notice that in today's society that's not accepted?
Exactly.
It's like, if you have an idea, you're either called crazy or you're blacklisted or you're what they call it, you're canceled. That's the word. You're canceled. Yeah. Right? So you get canceled, and because it's not socially acceptable for you to share those ideals of belief, and people get offended, you're kind of put in a separate bin and you're ousted.
Yeah.
Where back in the days, it's okay. It's your thought. You can challenge it, but you got to prove it. You got to back it up.
I think also that today, in these days, also it's a money thing, because at least with the science part, because once they come with a theory, they try to prove it. They invest money doing experiment, studies, all that. So there's some money that was invested on that investigation, and then if somebody else come with something else to try to prove that, it's like, oh, we wasted all this money. We're already so involved on this. Now we have to change everything. And that's why it takes time, I think, to accept it. But talking about this generation too, there's too much soft people out there, People getting offended for anything. They they want to ban you.
Yeah. So I think for all intents and purposes, there's a lot to do. So we'll prepare for the next episode in 2 weeks. And to all the people watching, thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
And and
don't forget to hit subscribe, okay?
Yes, please hit like and subscribe. And if you click on the alerts box, make sure you can just select all the alerts so you get notified for every little thing that's coming out. So this is Frank Walls and Jose Otero here with Distorted Realities, and we just want to say thank you for watching our pilot episode. And stay tuned as we keep fleshing this out, making it better and more enjoyable for you to watch. And stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for your time. Peace out.